Rather be Afree here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. So my part bring you another update, another news ahead of Nnamdi Kanu court here case. Here is the news. Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted by a competent court of jurisdiction. Don't need any shorty. So before we continue, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. If you're just coming across my channel or you have been watching and going, please click the red subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comment at the comment section. So my people, here is another news ahead of Nnamdi Kanu's case. We all know that Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted, and he was kidnapped in Kenya on June 2021, tortured for 8 days before he was illegally renditioned back to Nigeria. And since then, Nigerian government has been bringing up frivolous charges against him, and the court has quashed all these charges, and the appellate court discharged and acquitted him. Still, Nigerian government refused releasing him. Instead of the fools to question Nigerian government, they are busy running around. Oh, I'm ready to stand as a shorty. What is stopping you from challenging Nigerian government or asking Nigerian government question? Why are they still holding Nnamdi Kanu after their own court has discharged and acquitted him? So here is the news. Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted by competent court of jurisdiction. Don't need any shorty. Anyone who has been discharged and acquitted by any court of jurisdiction does not in any way need any efulefu, riffraff, or human. I'm sorry, my people. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this riffraff and efulefu. Oh God, riffraff or human to shorty him or her. It is only when you still have a question to answer over an alleged wrongdoing that you will need a shorty to bail. For bail, Igbo politicians must henceforth desist from using IPOB Nnamdi Kanu to score cheap popularity in order to gain political favors from their Fulani masters. A renowned Efulefu like Ojuzo Kanu and Governor Chukwuma Soludo should by now note that they are spineless, educated illiterate for calling to shorty Nnamdi Kanu, whom has been discharged and acquitted by a competent court of law. Governor Chukwuma Soludo and Ojuzo Kanu should man up by telling the tyranny Nigerian government, ably led by Buhari impostor, to obey court orders. Had it ever done on Igbo politicians looking for cheap popularity through Nnamdi Kanu's illegal incarceration, that the means which Nigerian government brought Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria is called extraordinary rendition, meaning they kidnapped him from Kenya without due process, without pending case. Do someone who was extraordinary rendition have with the Nigerian government that will warrant an Igbo so-called political chieftain to shorty him? Is Governor Chukwuma Soludo so biased as not to differentiate between discharged and acquitted by a competent court of law? The Nigerian government is illegally detaining and incarcerating Nnamdi Kanu against the rule of competent court of the law that has discharged and acquitted him as a supposed professor, and a sitting governor is busy clamoring to shorty him. What an irony that it has never occurred. What an irony that it has never occurred to Governor Chukwuma Soludo that the Nigerian government are the ones who should be facing judgment for committing extraordinary rendition, illegally detaining him against court order. Governor Chukwuma Soludo and his likes should be men enough to tell Buhari and his puppets, lawless DSS, to obey simple court order. In a supposed dramatic system of government, you don't beg any government to obey its own court order, except in a supposed lawless state like Nigeria, where a court of competent jurisdiction will issue an order, and that order will be flaunted by the executive arm of government. Nigerian government are simply flaunting its own court orders to release Nnamdi Kanu, because their test to keep sustaining insecurity in Igbo land, their inactions and actions to continue detaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against court order just to blackmail him and IPOB has proven that this very administration of Fulani Ogaliki are the shadows behind insecurity in Nigeria. The only obstacle on their way from totally Islamizing Nigeria is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. On this note, all must desist from clamoring to shorty Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been discharged and acquitted by competent court of judiciation. On several occasions, any political affiliate caught popularizing to shorty Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be faced with legal actions. They must desist from doing so and face Nigerian government with facts from competent court of judiciation that ordered for unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian government must be made to understand that they must obey that simple court order of discharge and acquitted. It is a must. They can't be above the law. No, because of greed and quest for power of those fools, Fulani government believes that they are above the law. So that is it, my people. I'm really sorry. This is coming from Ugochinyere. Onyechere, yeah. So this person is telling their fools to stop running around in the name of, oh, I want to shorty Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, I will stand as a shorty. Oh, I will do this one. What is stopping these fools? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted, Malami came out and made a statement. He said, oh, Nnamdi Kanu was only discharged and not acquitted. Oh, I'm waiting for Igbo stakeholders and Igbo leaders to say something. These fools didn't say anything. Rather, they came out, oh, I will stand as a shorty. Oh, I will do this one. Oh, I will do... Why can't these fools come together and say, let's ask Nigerian government why they're still holding Nnamdi Kanu. Let's see the explanation they will give to us. What is in Nnamdi Kanu's offense or crime in the first place? In the first place, asking for freedom. That was the reason he was kidnapped in Kenya, tortured for 8 days, chained and blindfolded, and was renditioned back to Nigeria illegally without due process. And him being a British citizen, instead of British government to question Nigerian government, they are busy lobbying international communities not to interfere. That is how we will also tell them when time comes and they start running around for peace talk, we'll tell them we do not want you people to interfere in whatever that has to do with Nigeria and the Biafra. It's up to us to resolve it ourselves. Because when we called on them, when we pleaded on them, when we requested and asked them to come and intervene in what is going on in Nigeria and conduct a referendum, they turned blind eyes and, played deaf ears. Like they are not hearing us. They became deaf and dumb immediately or all of a sudden. So, Nigerian government should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and stop deceiving themselves, bringing up same charges that have been quashed before now against him. They should stop running around. Nigerian Fulani fools in Southeast should also man up enough and stop running around. Oh, I want to stand as a shorty. Oh, I want to stand as a shorty for him. How can you stand as a shorty for somebody that appellate court has discharged and acquitted? It's only somebody that still have a case to answer. Not somebody that has been discharged. All the charges quashed. The court in Mwahia ruled the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a kidnap as illegal. They called it arrest, but it was a kidnap. But Nigerian government don't want to listen. They don't want to obey. It's not even Nigerian government. It's British government telling them, oh, don't listen to whatever that happens. We have you people's back. We'll help you people lobby international communities. Or we'll help you people bribe, especially those in charge of what will I call it? Government in US and Kuwa. Government in US and Uwa. Are they even doing anything? Everything there, which once you give them money and they promise them oil or millions of barrels of oil, they will do whatever they want. British want them to do. That is why the Fulanese think that they are above the law. That is why the Fulanese believe they can do whatever they want to do and nobody will question them. Nobody will challenge them. No international community will question them. Because Britain is helping them lobby them. But when it's not when it's Elohim's time. Not when he said, oh, my project has finished and it's now time for me to conclude it or to write it up. They're just playing their last card. So for the fools in Biafra land, waiting to be noticed, oh, I want to stand as a shorty for Nnamdi Kanu. You people should do the right thing. You people can't. Not in next 10 years. You people can't challenge the Fulani government because you people have sold yourselves. Not to the Fulanis alone, to Britain also. You people worth nothing to them again. You people, whenever you people are in office, you people will be relevant to them. But once you leave office, they will disgrace you, they will humiliate you. Look at what they did to Obiano. Look at what they did to Roger Sokorocha. That's an example. That is just a tip of an iceberg. More is coming. Those Eflefu, see hope of them, his own will be worst. And now he's clamoring to go back there again. Let's see how it. Brother, be afraid.